Week 7 in my level 2 foundation in counselling course. And this week was a lot of self reflection. So, looking at biases, values, beliefs, morals. But first, we looked at, now we've been in the course for 6, 7 weeks, what kind of effects has it had on other areas of life? And for me personally, it's a new level of awareness, self awareness, thinking about how I communicate at work and personally. And noticing that I'm starting to listen for what's not being said, the things that are under the surface, and also slowing down a bit in my just the way I talk, because I notice how, especially at work versus personally, how quickly I talk at work versus personally. So it's kind of being more conscious in those conversations at work and slowing it down a touch, and that enables me to, number one, gather my own thoughts, but then also really give time and space for the conversation to flow, and then to be able to listen to what's being said, but also what's not being said. And then we really dug into, what are our own, again, beliefs, values, morals, biases as counsellors, because these things will unconsciously come to the table and could influence the nature and dynamic of the counselling relationship. So that was really interesting because, for example, one of the exercises was like, how do I describe this? We're given like a list of sort of phrases that were incomplete, like I am, I wish, I hope sort of thing. And then we were basically asked, write down the first answer that comes to mind. Don't think about it, just write. So I found that interesting because some of the phrases to complete, I found awkward and didn't want to answer them. And then after we did the exercise and sort of came together as a group, that was an observation I made. And the tutor was like, the things that you found awkward, those are the ones to take away and explore why. But yeah, it was just interesting in the moment because there was some that I could just fire off, bam, 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 and then others that I would just have to pause on and was like, if I'm pausing, I should just skip it because there's something there that, makes me feel a way about answering it. So that was interesting. And then there was another exercise where, again, a list of statements this time, and then we were asked to sort of, do we agree or basically disagree? And there was like a scale from strongly agree to strongly disagree. And some of those were like, trying to think of an example of one of them. One of them, for example, like euthanasia should be, freely available and legal to those who are terminally ill. So statements like that. And again, we didn't discuss it in massive amounts of detail to really dig into it in the actual session, but it was interesting to sort of to run through it and then look at the sort of answers and possible trends of those statements after the fact. So yeah, really just to summarize it, it's that element of self-reflection at this point in the course. First of all, just looking at how it's been affecting life. That was really cool, and again, just really eye-opening and a great sense of awareness for what's going on. And then just beginning to think about doing that sort of inner work and inner reflection as a counsellor, to be as aware as possible of how, what kind of values and beliefs you have and how, unconsciously they may be brought to the table. And I feel that doing that work myself, and especially exploring the awkward stuff, the uncomfortable stuff, and sitting with that, going through that process helps me then to guide someone else going through that process. So I feel it's important, for myself just to know and have that clarity, but then also to be able to provide that clarity to someone else. So yeah, moving forward, three weeks left of the level 2 foundation. Really interested to see, how we sort of bring things to a close. And again, every week we're doing the skills practice, and it's really cool to see the improvements and new implementations from week to week. So we'll recap week 8 next week. See you soon.